This time we're going to talk about our Duplex suspension system backpacks. This is representative. This happens to be a military MMR ruck, which is multiple mission ruck MMR. This is a 24-inch frame size version. The Duplex suspension systems are common to the military MMR, EMR extended mission ruck, and all three pack bag sizes of our hunting Longhunters. They're characterized by very robust padding suspension system. So let's talk about how to put on a big pack. Perhaps now that we're definitely at big pack territory, we can talk about how to mount a big pack. I could have done this on the ZXR Zulu Extreme Ruck that we videoed yesterday because it's a big enough pack, but I failed to do that, so let's do it now. Let's assume that this is a very heavy load, and I'm going to bring this up from ground. And the first thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to make sure that I've got a thin waist belt. I'm sorry, thin pant belt, or no belt at all. We're talking about a thin webbing belt like this. We actually make these. Is preferred to a thick leather belt. You also want to make sure that there's nothing about your shirt or your undershirt or your pants right here in this hip bone point area that is folded and can be compressed, because the pack's going to be riding right there, very heavy weights in it, so you want that smooth. Consider if your pants or your belt go right over the point, consider even bringing things down out of the way of that, so that that's as smooth as can be. All right, we're preparing to locate the pack right on these hip bones, over them with the weight back here. All right, with a very, very heavy pack load, here's how you lift it and mount it. You come to your thigh, then you just dive in with one shoulder and bring it around and start the other shoulder in. By far the easiest way. All right. Again, the center stitch line goes right over the hip bone points. You always want to bend forward, shrug your shoulders so that you lift the lumbar region of the pack up on top of your hip shelf. Tighten very, very tightly. Very tightly. All right, walk. Yeah, nicely off my shoulders, no weight. You can walk 50 yards, then tighten again. Walk another quarter of a mile, tighten again. Even that last little 1/16 of an inch makes darn sure that all of the weight is going to be focused right here on the hips, and the waist, and not on the shoulders. The pack can't slide down because you really got the weight smeared right here. All right, we'll talk next about some of the features of the Duplex suspension system. And
You're on.
there's a section in the little booklet you'll get with your Duplex suspension system pack that covers what's called initial fitting here. And I believe initial fitting would be like, the first time you take it out of the box, you want to be sure that we got it adjusted to fit your body. As you know, you give us your pant size and height and things like that. We ship these and they will fit right out of the box, but this is a way you can check us. It's also a way you can fit a pack that you borrowed from somebody else, or you're loaning your pack to somebody else. This is how to fit it to them. So step 1 says, with the pack off, the following straps should be very loose. Okay, shoulder straps, they're loose. Waist belt strap loose. The lifter straps loose right here. And all of the delta straps very loose. All right, we're going to do that. Okay, load about 30 pounds and put it on. We've got about 30 pounds in here, so I'm going to put it on. Okay, I'm going to tighten the shoulder straps up enough to pull the lumbar pad area up into my lumbar. And I'm going to tighten the waist belt. Remember again, we just saw the no obstructions under the waist belt. Stitch line right over your hip bone points. Lift your shoulders up. All right. Now these are loose, so I'm able to snug the shoulder straps up to where they're definitely riding on top of my shoulders. The pack fits me if the 3-bar slider right here on the front of the shoulder strap is in line with my collarbone, and it is. So I just checked staff, they adjusted this for me, and by golly, it fits. Okay. If it doesn't, we'll get to what to do about that in just a minute. So I'm just checking here. Okay, that was step 3. Now we're going to lift the load. All right. Loosen these bottom ends about a ½ inch, as you saw me do on the ZXR. Take the lifter straps, engage them, and now there's no weight on top of my shoulders. It's like there's a pocket up there that when I lift my arm, I am not lifting the whole weight of the backpack. The angle here should be, according to your instructions on these big packs, should be about 15 degrees, and I believe that's probably about 15 degrees from horizontal, and it feels very comfortable nonetheless. The pay dirt here is that there's no weight on top of my shoulders. There's just pressure on the front of my shoulders. All right, that was step 4. This is fitted. We're going to move next to what to do if it's not. Step 5 is you can pull both delta straps in until just snug. Please don't overdo it. This is, if you overdo it, you will buckle the waist belt away from your hip, and you'll dramatically decrease the effectiveness of the backpack. So do not pull these to where you're buckling the waist belt, or the pack will slide down. You need a good wrap for the suspension system to work properly, so just snug to stabilize the pack. Pull all 4 of those and loosen these before putting the pack back on. Always remember that. Loosen these before putting the pack back on so that you get a good wrap of your waist belt.